Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the first step in your course selection process for the 2016-2017 school year. The first step in today's process is to open your student and parent PowerSchool portal where you view your grades. This is where you will be making your course selections. So take the next minute or so to navigate to the student and parent portal. You can get to the portal through going to the Windsor Public Schools website, clicking on the Parents tab, and then clicking on the Parent portal. Teachers, please pause while you wait for students to get to this screen. Now that everyone has the student and parent portal open, you are going to enter your username, which is the number that you use when you purchased lunch, your student ID number, and your password. If you do not know either your username or your password, please ask your advisor as they have a list. You're going to click Sign In. The next step in your process is to click on the Class Registration tab on the left-hand side. This screen is where you will be making your course selections for the 2016-2017 school year. There are categories for all your main core subject areas: English, Social Studies, Science, Math, your PE and health requirements, your world language options, your electives, and your alternates. To start off today's course selection, we will start with English. You will click the pencil in the right-hand side to view your options for your English course selection. As you will see, there will be a course in bold within your section. This is the course that your current teacher, in this case your current English teacher, recommended you for next year. Recommendations are made by teachers during the month of January, and they're based on your current performance in class, your PSAT scores, your work ethic, conversations with you and your future planning, and with your family. So knowing that teachers took the time to make these recommendations, we're asking that you select the recommendations that were made for you today. If you have questions or want to discuss with the recommendation for next year, we ask that you speak with your teacher after today's course selection process. And when you have your individual meeting with your counselor during the months of February and March, that you speak with your counselor about how to adjust the level for next year. But again, for today, please choose the course that you were recommended for. So I'm going to choose my English course. I'm going to click the box here to select it, and then I'm going to click OK to save that English selection. The courses that are available to you may look different based on your grade level. But again, choose the course that is in bold that you were recommended for to be sure that you stay consistent with your requirements. So I'll click OK to save my selection. Teachers, please pause to make sure that all of your students have made their English selection. Next, we will look at the English Companion course. Unless you are currently in a reading class or in the literacy center or know that you're being recommended for access, then you do not need to worry about choosing an English Companion course. In this case, I do not have any courses in bold, so I was not recommended for any English Companion courses, so I can click Cancel to get out of that screen. Next, we will move to Social Studies. I will click the pencil on the right-hand side to make my Social Studies selection. Again, I have a course in bold here, recommended by my current teacher. So I will select the course that I was recommended for, and I will click OK to save that selection. Teachers, please press pause to make sure that students have made their Social Studies selection and have saved that by clicking OK. Now we will move on to science. Again, I'll click the pencil to make my selection. Now, as we're choosing courses for next year, we need to keep a couple things in mind. Last week, when you received your programs of study, your advisors went over your graduation requirements with you, went over the total number of years that are required for each subject area. All of that information is also shared with you through your school counselor and through the program of studies. But as we look at the graduation requirements for Windsor High School, we also need to keep in mind the requirements for future career options, for future college planning, that while there are only a certain number of years of a certain subject required for graduation from Windsor High School, if you're planning to go into the science field in high school, you'd want to plan to take 4 years of science, even though technically you only need 3 years of science to graduate. It's very important to keep in mind that you need to think beyond the graduation requirements to ensure that you establish the strongest transcript for yourself here at Windsor High School. So in this case, I'm going to choose the AP Biology course that I was recommended for. Now, by choosing the AP Biology course and clicking OK, I will also need to select a science lab. As you'll see, this is only for AP Science courses. So if I'm signing up for an AP Biology, an AP Chemistry, one of the AP Physics courses, then I will need to go in and click the pencil to select the AP Biology lab that I was recommended for. Now, if I were not taking an AP Science class, if I were signing up for Honors Biology or Honors Chemistry, in that case, I would not need to worry about the science lab. So teachers, please take a minute and press pause and be sure that your students have made their science selections and have clicked OK to save them. Now that we've completed science, we will move on to math. We will click the pencil to open our math options. Now in this case, as you'll see, the courses that I was recommended for were not necessarily on that first screen. So if you look at the bottom, there are some subject areas where there will be multiple screens that you can click through to look at your options. In this case, I have 1, 2, 3 different math recommendations. Now in this case, we are going to sign up for Pre-Calculus High Honors, knowing that that is the core recommendation. We also have these 2 additional math courses that I could choose to sign up for. In this case, I'm only going to sign up for 1 math course in the math subject area, Pre-Calculus. I will be able to revisit these other math elective recommendations that my teachers thought I would like. I can revisit those in the elective section. So I'm going to click OK. Next, I'm going to go into PE. Now, 9th graders took swim tests in their PE 9 class, so they should know what PE section they were recommended for swimming. It is a PE 10 course that has a swimming unit built into it. There is also a health unit built into it. Again, these options will look different based on your grade level. Incoming 10th graders will take PE 10, and 11th and 12th graders have their selections that are a little bit more broad, which are PE electives. So in my case, I'm going to sign up for PE 10 beginner because that's what I tested into. I'm going to click OK. We're also going to look at our health options, and if you are taking a PE course, you are signing up for a health course that goes along with the grade level that you are in, and you're clicking OK. Teachers, please pause and be sure that your students have made PE selections if they still need to meet that PE requirement. Next, we are going to look at world language. While world language is no longer required for graduation from Windsor High School, we strongly, strongly recommend that you take 3 years of the same world language in high school. specifically for college purposes. It can save you a great deal of time and money down the road at a 4-year college if you have completed your world language requirement in high school. Again, we say 3 years in high school because they do not recognize the year that you may have taken in 8th grade. So please keep that in mind as you are making your world language selection for next year. In my case, I was recommended for French 3 honors, so I'm going to select the course and I'm going to click OK to save it. Teachers, please pause and check that your students have made a world language selection. Now moving on to electives and alternates. Before we look at elective options, I want everyone to take a look at the bottom of their screen here where it says the total number of credit hours that you have currently requested. In my case, right now, I have requested 5.5 credit hours. The maximum number of credit hours that I can sign up for is 8. That means that I'm taking 8 full credits with no study halls for the entire school year. The minimum that I can sign up for is 6 credits. That means that I would have 2 full year study halls. We typically recommend that students are signing up for a total of 7 credits. So in my case, right now I have 5.5 credits, and I need to get that up to 7 credits before I can look at alternates. So I'm going to click on the pencil to open up my elective options. Knowing that I have some recommendations in here from teachers from different subject areas, I'm going to click through and take a look. So I am going to select the AP Computer Science course that I was recommended for, which is a full credit. I'm going to click OK to take a look at the total number of credits that I've signed up for, so I have an idea of how many more credits I need to sign up for. Right now I'm at 6, so I'm going to go back in to my elective options. I'm really interested in literature, and I really would like to take African American literature, so I'm going to select that. I'm going to click OK to check my credits. Now I'm at 6.5, and I know that I want 1 half-year study hall. So I'm going to get my total credits to 7.5, leaving room for a half-year study hall. I'm also already in the Air Force JROTC program this year, so I'm going to take the next course so that I can continue in Air Force JROTC by clicking Aerospace Science 2. I'm going to click OK to save my selections. And down at the bottom here, you'll see I'm at 7 total credit hours. So I need 1 more half credit to get myself to the 7.5. I also really like science, so I'm going to sign up for an astronomy course. You'll see that there are many different tabs at the bottom here that you can click through to look at all the elective options. We have over 220 courses here at Windsor High School, so the options are pretty endless, pretty limitless. So please take your time and really think about your future plan and where you're headed after Windsor High. If you're not entirely sure where you're headed after Windsor High, that's okay too. Choose a random, not a random, but a variety of courses that you might be interested in, because it will either A, help you figure out what you want to do, or B, help you rule out what you do not want to do. So please be selective. Please choose courses that you truly want to take. Do not sign up for classes purely based on what your friends are signing up for, because this is your schedule. This is your high school transcript that you will graduate with, and a diploma that will only have your name on it. So please take your time and be sure that you choose electives that are appropriate for what you want to do in the future. So now I'm at 7.5 credits. So I've met my total number of credits that I'm looking to schedule for. And now I'm going to choose 4 alternates. There is a very strong possibility that an alternate could end up on your schedule. If one of your electives doesn't fit, then the computer automatically pulls one of your alternates to try and fill that spot. So 2 things here. Number 1, do not sign up for the same electives. Do not sign up your alternates and your electives as the same courses. And number 2, also choose alternates that you really are interested in taking, because it's very possible that it could end up on your schedule. So we're going to click the pencil to look at alternate options. I've already taken intro to photography, so I'm going to put advanced photography on there as a potential course. I've always wanted to take child development, so I'm going to put that on there as an alternate. I really love to write, and I have a creative side to me, so I'm going to choose creative writing. And I'm really involved in theater, and I've taken the theater course, so I'm also going to sign up for drama. I'm going to click OK to save my selections. Now, teachers, please pause and circulate around the room to be sure that students are signing up for electives that are getting them to their total number of credit hours that they need to reach, but also not duplicating their alternates so that they're the same as their electives. Now, the final and probably most important step in this process is for every student in the room to actually click submit in the bottom right-hand corner to save their selections. If you do not click submit, then you will need to redo this entire process in another few weeks with your school counselor. It is incredibly important to click submit to save these courses. Take a minute and read back through your areas and make sure that you have a course for English, that you have a course for social studies, science, math, PE and health, world language, and your electives and alternates. If you are satisfied with your selections, then you may click submit in the bottom right-hand corner, and you will get a confirmation screen that looks like this, that tells you the total number of credits that you have signed up for, along with your alternates that are down here at the bottom. Now you have completed the first step in the course selection